Hello, welcome to OJ Studios. Please enjoy this week's chapter of Punishment 2, Return of Amanda, by Olivia Julius. Chapter 2 Packing. Mom dropped me off at home and then left to go to the store to pick up a few items for tomorrow. What she left me with was a list of stuff that I need to get packed in my suitcase. Dad was still at the school, he had a meeting to go to with the parents, so most likely I would be home alone for a few hours. I walked through the house and then went upstairs to my room. I turned on the light and headed over to my closet. I opened the closet door and shoved all my boy clothes to one side. The only thing hanging on the rack that wasn't boy clothes was the pink Easter dress. I took it off the rack by its hanger and looked at it. The dress was still the same as I remembered it. I put it up to me and the memory of a year ago hit me. Without thinking about it, I put the dress on my bed and went back into the closet for the Mary Janes that I had worn. I put them on the bed next to the dress. I picked the dress up and began to unzip it. But then I stopped. What was I doing? I looked at the dress and put it down. Yes, the memories of that weekend were great and fun, but I need to face the facts. I'm a boy. I can't wear these things. I'm not like Joan of Arc, I'm not brave enough to defy gender roles and wear something that society says that I can't. Last year was different. Last year I was forced to wear girls' clothes. This year I'm not. I put the dress and shoes back into my closet and slowly shut the door. I looked around my room and sighed before walking out of the door. I grabbed my suitcase from the hall closet and took it over to my room where I put it on my bed. I unzipped it and I went over to my dresser, rereading my list of things that I needed to get. I honestly wish it could be like last year when Mom and Dad packed my suitcase for me. On the other hand, last year my suitcase was filled with girl clothes, so maybe it's best that I pack my own suitcase this year. The only girl clothes that I need in my suitcase this year are my panties. I walked over to the drawer and picked out some that were not too girly, mostly solid in color and had no lacy waistbands or lacy-like holes. I made sure that I hid them in the bottom of the suitcase far from any prying eyes. Even though my cousins knew about my punishment last year, I still didn't want them to know that I was still dealing with a part of the punishment this year. I grabbed a few random shirts from my closet and wrapped the panties in them, making sure that no one could see them. The pair of panties that I am wearing today is a prime example of what I do not want to wear to my Aunt George's house. Today's pair of panties are a light blue. They have lace on the waistband and the leg holes all around the panty were pictures of glass slippers and tiaras. In the front was a big picture of Cinderella. I bet this pair of panties itself is more girly than most of the girls in my class have in their panties drawer. I have no idea why I decided to wear this today. For the past few months, I have been trying push the limits and see what I can get away with. It's risky, I know, but also kind of fun to see what I can get away with. I checked the items from the list, making sure that I have everything that is on the list. Panties? Check. Jeans? Check. Shorts? Check. T-shirts? Check. Toothbrush? Check. I continued down the list as I grabbed the item then checked off the item. I was just about finished when my phone dinged in my pocket. I stopped what I was doing and pulled my phone out of my pocket. My heart was pounding as I saw Brittany's name on my new message list. I instantly flicked the phone open, almost dropping it. The message seemed to take forever to load, and when it finally opened, "Hey, I got a great idea for my birthday party," the message said. I began to text a reply when the phone rang again. "For Amanda," the new message said. I stopped for a second. Gracie was right, Brittany was really wanting me to be a girl for her birthday party. "What do you mean for Amanda?" I slowly texted back. Amanda, also known as you. Silly. Brittany texted back almost immediately after I sent the message to her. Why for Amanda and not for Adam? I asked. Ugh, boys are so clueless. Brittany said before shooting me another message. Look, my mom says that if you come as Adam, you won't be allowed to spend the night with us. But if you come as Amanda, you can stay the whole night like we planned. I had to reread the message a few times. I mean, of course that makes sense, Amanda would be more welcome in an all-girls sleepover than Adam would, but that also means that I won't be able to stay up with the girls and do the fun activities that Brittany has planned. Look, even if I wanted to be Amanda for the weekend, I don't have any girls' clothes. The only girl clothes I have is the pink dress, and that would too be dressy to wear to your party. I put the phone down believing that Brittany would just get the hint and not ask any more. However, there was still a thought in my head that maybe Brittany could convince me. Both Brittany and I had so much fun last year, and during my birthday party this past October, that I started to wonder maybe being a girl just for her birthday wouldn't be so bad. My phone dinged again with her response, and with a little bit of a sigh I finally looked at the message. That's okay, you can borrow some of my clothes. I got some that you would look cute in. Okay, seriously, what was with girls offering to let me borrow their clothes? Brittany is the second girl to say that she'll lend me some of her clothes. Is it that amusing to girls to see a boy wear girl clothes? I was going to respond back to her offer and tell her no when she sent another message to me. Please Adam, just for this birthday party can you come as Amanda? Please! Brittany begged over Messenger. Then she sent me another message. The thing I want to do with you before the birthday party will also be more fun if you were a girl too. Oh, come on! I whispered as I fell onto my bed. What should I do? Should I be a girl this once? Maybe for the last time, or should I just go as a boy and accept the fact that I will be the only boy at a girls only birthday party, and that I won't be able to sleep over with the other girls? Compared to last year, my life has gotten a whole lot weirder. I almost had to laugh at myself though. 1 year ago, I was so scared of being seen as a sissy to my friends, and this year I am teetering on the edge on whether I should wear girls' clothes on my vacation. Also, I had to worry about what she had planned for me to do before the party. The only hint that she had given me was that I would love to do it, and it is one of her favorite things to do. Yeah, it was still a mystery what she was planning. Just then I heard a car horn go off outside. I looked outside and saw my mom's car pulling up in the driveway. I put the phone down and walked back downstairs to meet Mom, who had just pulled up onto the driveway. Hey Adam, come here and help me with these things! Mom hollered out of her driver's window. I nodded my head and went around her car to the truck. I lifted the truck up and grabbed a few bags in one hand and carried them inside to the kitchen. I put the bags onto the counter with Mom following me. I began to walk off when I stopped and turned to Mom. Hey, I got a question for you! I said a little sheepishly. Yeah! Mom said as she started to unload the bags. So, Brittany wanted me to ask. I said, stammering a little. Mom turned around to face me. Brittany wanted you to ask me what? Mom asked. In that moment I froze, my mouth went dry as I tried to think of a way to ask what I wanted to ask. The decision in my head floated there over me as I thought about how I was going to ask this. Go on! Mom said as she turned back to the bag of stuff and continued to unload snack cakes for the car ride for the trip tomorrow. I waited for just a second, the thoughts of what I should do raced through my head at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Should I tell her that I wanted to go as a girl? Or should I beg her to tell Brittany that I was forbidden to go to her party by my mother? Either way I had to act fast. I want to go to Brittany's party as a girl! I blurted out. I didn't mean to. The words just came out like vomit. I backed up and looked at Mom. The next few seconds came very slowly as I realized what I had just said. Mom stopped what she was doing and looked back at me. She studied me for a long moment. I could hear my heart beating fast as possibilities ran through my head. Is Brittany forcing you to go to her party as a girl? Mom asked. No! I said. My voice was hoarse as I stood there still in shock that I had convinced myself to say this. No, she suggested it but gave me the option. I said, trying to sound surer of myself. So, You won't be Amanda again? Mom asked. With the truth now out, I am able to speak more freely. Yes. Just for her birthday party, then I'll be back to being Adam for the rest of the trip. So where are you going to get the clothes? Mom asked. She seemed to be more relaxed now that she knows that I wasn't forced into becoming Amanda for the second year straight. Gracie said I can borrow some of hers again. I spoke a little more quietly. I can already see Gracie gloating as she gloated that she knew all along that Brittany wanted me to be a girl. And Brittany said I can borrow some of her clothes once I get over there. I added it was a weird thought. Was I truly insane enough to go as a girl? Well, if it's okay with Brittany's mom that you go as Amanda, it's okay with me. Thank you, Mom, I said before silently celebrating in my head. This truly was the hardest thing that I had to do in my life. I'll just give Gracie's mom a phone call and tell her we will be heading over there to get some clothes. I stopped for a moment. We? I asked. I didn't expect to have to go to Gracie's house to ask for clothes. Of course! Mom said smiling. This is what you want to do so you can help Gracie pick out the clothes. Of course, if you don't want to, I'm sure Brittany will be okay with you just going as Adam. No, I'll go, I said with a little bit of a squeak. I dismissed myself and walked back up to my room. My head was now spinning as I thought about going to Missouri again as a girl. Once I got to my room, my phone dinged again letting me know that I had another text message. I'm sorry if I made you mad by asking, Brittany said over text message. I sighed and thought of what I was going to say next. You didn't, I replied. Sorry, I was helping my mom bring things into the house. I asked her if I could be Amanda for your party. What did she say? Brittany asked almost immediately. I sucked in a deep breath as I thought about what I was going to say. Finally, I just figured being honest was the best way of doing this. Mom said I could, so I will go to your party as a girl. But once we get to my aunt's house, I'm going to be Adam again. Deal? It took a second for Brittany to reply to me. I could imagine that she was celebrating in her room, after all this was a major victory for her. OMG! This is great news! I can't wait to introduce you to all my friends. I promise you won't regret it. I already do. I whispered before laying back on my bed.